everybody and welcome back to Stagey Bookish. My name is Olivia. How are you all this fine day? Lovely to see you and thanks for tuning in. Today's a very special video and one I'm very excited about. It is a TBR video and you may be saying to me, Olivia, it's the middle of November. Why a TBR video? I tell you, my friends, because this coming weekend in the very exciting world of BookTube, we have the Contemporary-A-Thon weekend edition. It normally runs a couple of times, is a readathon, focusing on contemporaries, that normally runs a couple of times a year, hosted by the awesome quartet of gorgeous Mel to the NA, Natasha from My Reading Gizzard, Julie from Pages and Pens, and Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, who I adore all of them. This particular weekend edition is being hosted by Chelsea and Julie. Amazing ladies, please go and check them out if you've never checked them out before. And actually, I have a weekend free, so I can totally take part. And my reading goals towards the end of this year are ridiculous because I've been in a bit of a reading slump and I've kind of slowly been picking myself back out of it. Excuse me, you may have seen if you watched last week's video, I talked about reading The Toll by Neil Shusterman. Read it, unreal, so good. Reading Dark Dawn, read it, unreal, so good, absolutely smashing it. I've been getting on my audiobooks as well. I've got a couple of autobiographies going on audiobooks at the moment because it's non-fiction November. And I'm taking part in a challenge. My students at the library where I work have challenged me. So slowly but surely, I want to read everything I see. And although this is a really good thing, not when I've got a weekend and I'd like to, you know, not burn myself out, so to speak. So this isn't as much a TBR, it's more these are the things that I am considering getting to, because it strikes me as I come out of the reading slump, I very much am a mood reader. So I want to just kind of go with what takes the flow. So I've picked up a pile of contemporaries, all that interest me. We've got some novels and some graphic novels as well. All of these interest me. Whether I get to them or not, I don't know. But just to give you a flavour of what I'm going for, I hope I'm going to vlog so you will be able to see what exactly I do. But let's start looking at some picks. So there are a couple I want to get to for definite because they've been kind of catching my eye for a while and I'm really intrigued by them. So let's start off with this one. This is Heartstream by a UK author called Tom Pollock. The reason I want to look at this one, it's a suspense kind of YA mystery suspense thriller, all based around the use of social media and the idea of connecting. If I read you the blurb, you will see what I mean, okay? Heartstream, the app that allows you to feel everything. Amy Becker is a star. She used Heartstream to broadcast every moment of her mother's illness. Okay. It's the realest, rawest reality TV imaginable and it's everywhere. On the day of her mother's funeral, she goes home to find a fan of hers in the kitchen. She's rigged herself and the house with explosives and she's been waiting to talk to Amy for a long time. Amy is about to discover just how far true obsession can go. It's on some of the kind of end of year award lists here in the UK. I think it's up for the Carnegie Award. It was like Best UK YA of the Year. So I'm really intrigued. I think that one's going to be a definite priority on the list, and the rest we're going to see how we go. I mean, like I said, I'm going to talk you through, I'm not guaranteeing all these, but let's talk you through some of the ones that are in my eye line. Next up is Slay by Brittany Morris. Please ignore the sticker because I got it buy one get one half price. This is kind of all I really know about this, you've kind of got a girl who creates an online game, apparently a lot of Black Panther vibes to it, and then there's trolls in the online game, they claim it's her, there's issues with race and kind of being strong and empowered and yeah, basically fighting for safe space and rising above. That sounds good, and I think this one would be good for the students who come to my library. I think they'd really like this, so I'd like to definitely read it first. Another one, speaking of students who I work with, student came to me, they picked this up from our library. I had a copy, I just hadn't read it yet, and they were like, oh my god, Olivia, have you read this? And I was like, no. And they were like, oh my god, you need to read it. It's so, so good. And it's also another one that's up for a lot of end of year book of the year awards here in the UK. And then it's The Deathless Girls by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. Brides of Dracula kind of vibe is all I know. The reason I bought this edition is because look at that. And look at that. And look at that bad boy. Look at it. But apparently it is stunning. This one student, we had like a 10-minute conversation and she was able to tell me no spoilers whatsoever. So I think if I don't get to this one this weekend, this is definitely going to be I want to get to this before the end of 2019 kind of video up in here. What else have we got? I've got a bit of everything. We'll come to the graphic novels in a minute. I've got some bit of romance. Chelsea will be proud of me. I have got Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I think it's Hate to Love, Renaissance Fair, all the mushy goodness. And I've also got Bring Me Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. This is something to the effect of... remind me. So it's a historical romance. A beautiful blue stocking is about to teach a Duke a lesson. Brilliant but destitute, Annabelle Archer is one of the first female students at Oxford University. In return for her scholarship, she must recruit influential men to champion the rising women's suffrage movement. Her first target is Sebastian Devereux. Sebastian Devereux, cold, calculating, and the most powerful duke in England. When Annabelle and her friends infiltrate his luxurious estate, she's appalled to find herself attracted to the infuriatingly intelligent aristocrat. But perhaps she's not the only one struggling with desire. Soon, Annabelle is locked in a battle with rising passion and a will matching her own. She'll need to learn fast what it takes to bring down a duke. Come on, that just sounds amazing. We're talking about badass female main characters, and in this one apparently. Bit of romance we're looking at as well. I've got literally this pile in front of me of so many books. I might try and, if I can pick some more off of this pile without smashing them all to the ground, I might try and do that. I'm also desperate to get to Juliet Takes a Breath by Gabby Riviera. The kind of concept of this just blows my mind, and it just sounds so interesting to me. I know lovely CC over at Problems of a Book Nerd, this is one of kind of her favourite books of all time, so I'm really, really interested to get to this one. It just sounds like an absolute fun and hoot. I can't pick it up because it's at the bottom of a very big pile and there's going to be a big crash if I try and pick it up, so I'm sorry. All American Muslim Girl by Nadine Jolie Courtney's on my list. Just all the books. All the books. What else can I get at without looking? Oh, Guinevere Deception. Or is that more fantasy? You make your mind up. Chelsea did say we can kind of use the term very, very loosely. Graphic novels wise, I have some I picked up just because I was curious about them. Satako and Nada, story and art by Yubchika and script advisor Marie Nishimori. I have got volume 1 and volume 2. Japanese woman and her Muslim roommate, just that idea of crossing borders, diversity, and seeing, you know, I work with a lot of Muslim students, being able to see themselves in print. So this was kind of one of the reasons I picked this up. I think I could probably get these done. That's 2 volumes, and look at the tiny, look at the absolute tiny. So that is going to happen. Another graphic novel that I am really, really looking at is Space Boy by Stephen McCraney. This fascinates me as well. Obviously it's a bit space, so it's a bit fantasy, but the idea to Amy, everyone has a flavour. Her mum is the flavour of mint, sharp and bright. Her dad is like hot chocolate, sweet and full of gentle warmth. And essentially she has to leave this space colony and move back to Earth. It's kind of her settling into Earth. And I think essentially she comes across a boy at her school who has no flavour. So I know this is strictly not contemporary, but I'm going to be getting kind of all the emotional and all possibly the romance vibes coming out of this as well. So I might push for that. This is, you know, it's a chunk. I can do graphic novels quite quickly. So I've got volume 1 and volume 2 of Space Boy. There's literally about 7 volumes of this published now, so who knows what will happen there. And this is from one of my work colleagues, The Adventure Zone, Here There Be Goblins. One of my work colleagues, her name is Grace, she's absolutely obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons. She bought the next volume of this, I don't know what it's called, apart from The Adventure Zone, obviously, duh. And I kind of got corrupted by her into buying this. She's told me I need to listen to the podcast as well, so we'll have to see how that goes. But potentially, The Adventure Zone, Here There Be Goblins. Some of the art in this, it just really looks, I don't know if I can show you some of this. It just really looks really kind of kablamo and right up my alley. I'm just going to pick up some random pages to show you. I could probably sit here all day and try and tell you what I want to read this weekend, but that would be no good. Like I said, there is no set TBR for this weekend. I just want to see how much I can read. I've got no plans over this weekend. Well, in fact, my only plan, I think, is I'd like to go and see Frozen 2 this weekend because it comes out tomorrow, I think. But that can also run into next week if I need to prioritise the reading plans. You know how it is. But yeah, so that gives you an idea what I'm aiming for. I'm trying to go big, you know, go hard or go home with these kind of things. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. And then I'm hoping next year, balancing with work, I can take part in the Contemporary-A-Thon just like regular. But yes, so that's it from me. Are you taking part in the Contemporary-A-Thon this weekend? Are you taking part in any readathons coming up to the end of the year? I know Buzzword-A-thon is happening this week. I know in December, it's Tis the Season-A-thon. People are starting to make their end of year videos of the decade, which is unreal. You know, what a decade it's been. It's 2020 in like just over a month. That's unreal. I digress. Tell me about what you want to read before the end of the year. Have you read any of these? Can you give me any recommendations and say, Olivia, I think you really need to prioritise that one? Please tell me. Hit me up down below. As always, it is a joy to see you, YouTube. Thank you for coming across the Stagey Bookish. Like I said, check it soon. Coming soon, my Contemporary-A-Thon weekend vlog. I'm going to have another go at vlogging and we'll see if it's an improvement on the last one. You have been glorious. My name has been Olivia. This has been Stagey Bookish. I will see you on the next video. Bye!